In 2011, I was diagnosed with stage 4 head and neck cancer. It was a tough time. It was a tough diagnosis, tough treatment, everything you can imagine. Surgery, chemo, radiation. Lost a lot of weight. I was down about 60 pounds.
I mean, at the time, it was incredibly serious, life-threatening.
And, you know, we almost lost him. He really had a really rough time of it.
And one of the things that he took from his doctors was go out and walk around, right? Like he had to stay on his feet and he had to stay moving. And what did that then lead to? Okay, well now you have some doctors, orders to be able to go and play some golf.
After the treatment, I just had to get back on the road to health. But that was the beginning of a good journey, actually.
When he came out of it, he picked up golf and just has really found a love for the game and life.
Weak, feeling lucky and grateful that I had made it through, but it was a period of recovery. I did, at that time, think about refocusing parts of my life. I did look into GOLFTEC to take some golf lessons, thinking about getting back into golf, and I found that it was a great experience. It really did help me move from a person who was very sick and had a lot to recover from to someone who had a lot to look forward to. Just like it is right there on that line. It's starting a little left and ending a little left.
The things that you're doing right now are phenomenal, like striking it very well. Your draw is actually really nice. If we can just find a way to adjust that a little bit without harming the swing at all, then that's the route we'll take. So we can maybe discuss some basics and just play around with basically ball position today.
Okay.
You know, so right here we'll play with your feet. We'll have the ball slightly more back. Okay. Now at some point, again, the arc of that golf club is going to meet that golf ball, and that hopefully should shove that ball a slight right.
Okay.
So the idea here is we're not going to really change a lot of dynamics.
All right.
But we are going to play around with some of that static action. Okay. Him and I have a lot of fun working together, learning about technique, building his golf swing, and I think that's just the beauty of golf. It just brings anybody into a type of same circle.
Golf has really been part of the healing process for Terry. He also has brought Kyle in to that healing process, and the two of them have found golf and a bond over the game of golf.
One of the greatest things that golf does for me personally, my family, is it's allowed me to spend time with my nephew, Kyle. Kyle joined GOLFTEC about 4 or 5 years ago. He was born with a challenge. He has cerebral palsy. His left side doesn't work well. It's partially paralyzed, I'll say. At the time, his first coach, Henry, met the challenge, met Kyle, and realized this was not going to be a Ben Hogan swing. This was going to be Kyle's swing. And it is his swing. Henry and Dane, they've developed a swing for Kyle, one-armed, and they figured out how to make Kyle
Right down the pipe.
a golfer. And this is what Kyle can do.
He got me into it because I couldn't play any other sports, so if I want to go out on the golf course, I would be like, hey, Uncle Terry, would you want to go play golf this week? And
Feel a little different?
he'll be like, okay, sure, let's do it. He's probably one of the coolest uncles I have, and he's since been loving to play golf with him.
These young guys have developed a swing for Kyle, and changed his life. They have given Kyle something that he can excel at, and Kyle's a good golfer.
You know, I just go back to the game of golf in general, right? And what that did for them and their relationship. The fact that they had this special interest, you know, really brought them closer together, you know, and now they really built this bond that's, you know, unbreakable.
So Terry, so ball is actually right of you, okay? So what I want you to actually feel, your shoulders are gonna actually aim like maybe right at that branch.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's it.
Got it.
And then from there, you would just take that same swing.
Nice shot, Tara.
What's next is continuing to get better. But probably more importantly, with the whole game of golf, something that I'm looking forward to is getting together with my friends, family. I do call this the GOLFTEC ecosystem.
Everything all here.
And it's a bit selfish on my part. It started off with me at GOLFTEC,
This golf club and splash
and
right underneath.
was enjoying the process and the improvement. I thought, I bet some of my friends will enjoy this too. I would like to get them involved. And here we are 8 years later, and a lot of my friends are into it. I probably have 10 friends that are into GOLFTEC. We were talking the same language. We're talking about swing path and tilt and turn and degrees of rotation and sway and all of the same things that we're all working on to get better, but we are talking the same language, and it gives us something to communicate about, something to get better together about, and something that gets us motivated to get together and go play golf.
Good ball.
Nice shot.
There you go. Okay, Ray, let's see you do it. Nicely done. Just like that, huh? So how do you like the toe and heel
It looks good.
there? Is that okay?
Yeah. Through those gates, okay?
Keep my hands
Yeah.
behind the ball so I don't get any of this in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Easier said than done. And then I send it to the next county.
So let's get you standing closer to the ball. Let's get you bending your knees more.
Okay.
And let's really get that handle low. So you're gonna get really this way. You just blast it, man. You got this. Excellent. Nice. There you go.
Nice. Ooh, there we go. Well, I'll tell you what I enjoy most about the game of golf. I've talked a little bit about playing golf with my sons-in-law and my nephew and my friends. In the evenings here at Silverado, when it gets quiet out and the sun starts to go down, my wife Kim and I go out in the golf cart, play a few holes. It just feels peaceful. It feels like this is as good as it can get.